From cheating the system to ruining innocent lives, here are some of the craziest scandals. The incarceration of Daniel Chun. In April 2012, the DEA raided an apartment and seized some marijuana, shrooms, and ecstasy pills, along with 9 people, including 23-year-old student Daniel Chun. Upon arrival at the DEA field office, 7 of the detainees were taken to jail. However, Daniel was told that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that he'd be released and be given a ride home. He was placed in a 5x10 holding cell with his hands cuffed. That's when the officers forgot about him. He was left in the windowless cell for 5 days, where he could hear people walking around outside the room. But no matter how hard he screamed, he couldn't get their attention. While accidentally locked up, he was starving, and he was so thirsty he had to drink his own urine in an attempt to stay hydrated. He even attempted suicide by breaking the lenses of his eyeglasses and trying to slash his own wrists while being handcuffed. He then went on to swallow the shards, hoping it would kill him. By the time he was discovered, he was completely incoherent with serious health problems, including severe dehydration, near kidney failure, and a perforated lung from swallowing the broken glass. He was then admitted to the ICU for 3 days. He was never charged with any crime. As a result, 6 DEA agents suffered a week of unpaid suspension, and Daniel went on to sue the DEA for $20 million in damages, claiming that the way he was treated constituted as torture. The lawsuit was settled for $4.1 million. The Kids for Cash scandal. Between 2002 and 2008, 2 judges in Pennsylvania were deeming children for having behavioral defiant issues and were sending them to a juvenile delinquent facility for profit. The judges were being paid big money to increase the population of 2 specific juvenile detention centers, so they were convicting kids for offenses as small as mocking their principal on social media, just so they could profit from the owner of the youth centers for the detention. They were also imposing harsh sentences on the kids to increase the number of residents in the centers. When the scandal unfolded, both judges pled guilty and were sent to a federal prison for counts of racketeering, fraud, money laundering, extortion, bribery, and federal tax violations. The Cash Windfall scandal. Shortly after the lottery game Cash Windfall was released in 2004, people with extensive knowledge of probability and statistics found a strange loophole in the prize structure. After calculating the probabilities of winning, it became apparent that if someone spent $100,000 on tickets, they were extremely likely to make a profit on their investment during roll-down weeks. And the more someone spent, the greater the winnings they could expect to receive. As a result, between 2004 and 2010, a group of gamblers spent a total of $40 million and won a total of $48 million off their tickets. And it's not just them. In 2010, a group of MIT students found out about the flaw and bought 700,000 tickets to make a profit. The surprising thing is that the state lottery officials apparently knew about the flaw in the system, but kept the game going because it was making a profit overall. However, the game was discontinued in 2010. Bernard Francis law scandal. Bernard is a cardinal of the Roman Catholic Church, and up until his resignation, Bernard used to cover up any sexual abuse committed by Catholic priests in his district, which is a lot of sexual abuse. One of the dozens of priests alone raped and molested over 130 children, while Bernard was moving him from church to church to hide the sexual assault, instead of reporting him. Bernard also made secret settlements for abuse claims made against more than 70 priests, in which he paid the families to stay silent about the rape of their kids. What's shocking is that 2 years following the scandal of knowingly obstructing justice in hundreds, perhaps thousands, of child abuse cases by relocating scores of pedophile priests, and his resignation, the Pope appointed him as an archpriest of the largest Catholic Marian church in Rome. And to this day, Bernard remains living in a luxury Renaissance-era palazzo in Rome, despite what he's done.